Welcome back, Pirates, to our final episode of the Sea of Thieves Solo Emissary Guide, except for Reapers and Hunter's Call. Today we're going over the Guild Emissary, my personal favorite because I usually have a ton of loot on my ship that has for different factions. But for the Guild Emissary, almost everything counts for a bonus for not only your gold, but for your rep. So let's go ahead and get on with our adventure and show you guys how powerful this is. Now, before you can even get a Guild Emissary, you have to, 1, be part of a guild that is level 15, and 2, have a captainship for the most efficiency. Before you can do all this, you have to get that first, and it's a bit of a grind to get it for the first 15 levels if you are on a brand new guild, but if you put enough work into it, you can get it in no time. Everything that you sell, with a few minor exceptions, also is sold for a big bonus. It is half of the bonus you get at grade 5 than other factions. So it's 75% for everything, rather than 150 just for one faction. So let's go ahead and get right into it. In the distance, I see a shipwreck, and these shipwrecks are going to be one of the most lucrative ways for you guys to get a lot of high-end loot, including gems, skulls, and king's chests. Everything that you pick up in a shipwreck is going to count towards your Guild Emissary. Everything that you sell to the Sovereigns is going to be for a huge payout, not as much as everything else, as I described earlier. But this is a great way for you to find a lot of good loot that can add a lot of value to your ship. Like this skull, 8,000 gold. The one thing I like about the Guild Emissary is the fact that I can go out and have an adventure. Normally, if I was doing the Guild Emissary or Order Souls or Merchant, there's a quest you gotta do, and it can be often very boring. But you don't have to do that. In this, you can kill skeleton ships, you can island hop, you can kill skeleton captains on islands that aren't even part of quests, because everything is all for a big bonus. This is one of the biggest ways for you to go out and learn how to be as efficient as possible, as everyone's efficiency is different. Like for me, I like to go to Seafort, but island hopping is also really fun for just the adventure or the randomness, because you never know if you're going to find a lot of loot on the shore, or if you're going to find a really good bottle quest. If you can get a good bottle quest, it's all pretty good. Now, I do want to let you guys know that there is no bonus for having a high emissary value for your guild. It just looks cool. There's actually a whole global ranking for it, so everyone can see how high you are. But unless you're in the top 10 guilds, just focus on the amount of gold rep you're going to get. I wouldn't really worry about the emissary value. It just looks cool. Whenever I was doing guild emissary for like a month straight, I made, I think, 12.5 million, I think, if I recall everything I did. It's a great way to level up, and Seaforts are your best friend, as you can enjoy different items, and they're all going to count for your emissary. So I would definitely not sleep on this, and just do these over and over if you want easy but effective strategy. I would say whenever you do these Seaforts, you average out to a roughly 40,000 gold per Seafort, which in about 15 minutes of work, if you get that to your ship as a solo player, it's pretty good. There's also an upstairs key as well. They're going to be hidden behind like doors or cabinets or boxes, so don't forget to get those as well. And then you just go ahead and sail to your next journey. As simple as that. And you want to stop for everything, because you never know what you're going to find, even in these small little loot piles. Now, please don't do what I just did and put down a keg, because you're going to see what's going to happen whenever I turn this boat in the direction of where I just put that keg. And not only was there one keg, there was 2 kegs, and which them both blowing up causes, I think, 7 to 8 holes, damage to both your wheel, your anchor, and your mast. Thankfully, I almost sunk, but I somehow stuck it out and made it out just fine. But you don't want to hit a keg. Kegs are very powerful. Alright, we're here at our next shipwreck that was on the way onto the next seafort. And with this ashen skull and ashen chest in there, combined worth like 15,000 just from 2 items already in the shipwreck. So these are the places you want to go to, because you can get a lot of king items that are worth a ton of money. And gems too. And this is our second seafort of the day. And this is wherever I started getting to grade 5. So I got grade 5 by killing the boss. So now I'm ready to go sell all of his loot. And then as a key feature for the Guild Emissary, once you hit grade 5, you and your ship are going to be visible to all pirates on the map. Now that we're grade 5, we are also now visible on the map for all other ships to see, which basically acts like a Reaper mark for us. So we want to get to an outpost as soon as possible, and because we did the southern sea forts, Plunder Outpost is going to be your best option to get to. Now let me just explain that before we go start selling everything, the amount of gold that you're going to see is going to be a lot more because I got lucky with the RNG. I got 2 shipwrecks which had King's Skulls and King's Chest in it, and you're just not going to have as much luck maybe I did, or maybe you'll find like a fauna quest. But as you're selling your items, you'll see that everything gives you a bonus. So anything that you enjoy doing, go ahead and do it. The point of the Guild Emissary, in my opinion, is for you to be able to go out, do whatever you want, and to be able to get the payout that you deserve and not just focus on one company. Because what if you got a Raffle King Skull on an island even though you're doing gold hoarders? That King Skull would give you no bonus. But with this faction you do, you would probably want to do less specific quests. Like you don't want to do just gold hoarder quests or just order souls quests, because then you actually want the actual emissary flag for those factions up. This just gives you a good way to do small things like island hop, bottle quest, shipwrecks. Just do anything that is usually buried in loot. One big thing you could do, I would say go to naturally spawned in ward events. Those are really good for you to all loot. But other than that, just do your normal factions. With the whole adventure done, now we're gonna go ahead and sell our flag, and we're gonna see what our total money made for the day is gonna be. It's gonna be a lot. In over an hour and 20 minutes, I made roughly 170,000 gold, which equates to roughly 130,000 gold per hour. So if you want a lot of gold, a lot of rep, this is how you do it. Now, yes, the payouts aren't super big when it comes to one single faction, because you'll get a lot less levels per faction, but it's a great way to make a lot of money. So I highly encourage you to try it out if you haven't, just for the fact that it's really fun. Alright, pirates, thank y'all for being here for my final episode of the Sea of Thieves Solo Emissary Guide. If y'all like this kind of video that I make, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and also have more videos coming out next week. So I will see you guys in the next video or stream.